Hello and welcome in to the state championship for 4A softball here in Colorado. Brandon Bird here with you as we have the state championship on tap, and we're excited to bring it to you. Should be a good one. Golden, the number 1 seed here versus Erie, the 14 seed, but Erie has already knocked off the 3 seed. They've knocked off the 2 seed, and now they have the number 1 seed in their sights. So Brandon Bird here with you, same lineup as we had for the state semifinal for the Tigers. It will be Emma Osborne leading off, Kat Sackett batting out of the 2-hole, Jen Williams batting 3rd, Lauren Russell batting out of the 4-hole, Maddie Vaughn, she will bat 5th, Paige Gilbert batting 6th, it's Hernandez batting 7th, Armstrong batting 8th, and Lovett batting 9th. And so Emma Osborne will step up to the plate here for the Tigers.
Center fielder, Emma Osborne.
Osborne had that big 2-run single last game to get the scoring initiated for the Tigers. And then it was Lauren Russell that hit the 3-run bomb. Or excuse me, it was Lauren Russell that hit the 3-run bomb as that first pitch is fouled back. And, well, you've got a really good pitcher here for Golden. That's the story for this Golden Demons roster. And Emmy Graham, a senior, 2.43 earned run average. She has played every single game this season for Golden. And early on here, a 0-2 count to Osborne. Tigers are red hot hitting though. That's what you got to feel good about. As there's a delivery and that one is fouled out of play. And we'll try and that foul ball shimmied our camera a little bit. We'll fix that. Grayson will be joining us shortly. He literally got out of his ACT and is driving straight here because he doesn't want to miss this game. That's for sure. Pitching to Osborne is outside for a ball 1-2 the count. And, man, I tell you what, it was an emotional win that last game for the Tigers for sure. Knocking off Holy Family, who knocked them out of the state tournament last year and beat them twice this year. Had to feel good. Osborne working it back to even here, 2-2. Graham will wheel and fire, and that one's outside 3-2. And this Tiger lineup, they're disciplined, they're good hitters, and I don't think Graham has seen too many like this Tiger team this year. Pitch on a full count is fouled back and out of play. Emma still digging in from the left side here. And, oh, she will take one called for strike 3. That was on the edge. That was awful close, that's for sure.
Catcher, Kat Sackett.
Always hard to have a different umpire than the previous game you just saw, and that takes some adjusting to. Now Kat Sackett, maybe the best hitter in this tournament. They'll come to the plate. 2 home runs last game for Kat as she takes a look at that one outside for ball 1. So 1 away here in the top of the first. Tigers once again batting out of the top half of the inning. Graham will wheel fire, and this one is fought off and fouled. And quickly 1-1 the count here to Sackett. Delivery into Sackett, and she will get underneath this one. It's a roller, had so much spin that it's going to be an infield single. So that'll bring Jen Williams to the plate.
Third baseman,
Jen Williams in that semifinal game came through big. She had a 2-run single, a bunt single. Was on base a couple more times, reached once though due to an error. And Jen will take a look at that one upstairs for ball 1. 1-0 the count here. 1 down, 1 on here for the Tigers in the top of the first. They would love to get after this good pitcher in Graham here early. As Golden was tested in that first game, as there's a bunt back to Graham. She'll play it on to first and 1 out. So a sack bunt. And a 1-4 on the put out.
Designated player, Lauren.
Now Lauren Russell will come to the plate. She's the DP today. And so Lauren will dig in for her first at-bat in the state championship. Going to say that Golden steamrolled through their last 2 opponents after getting tested in that first game. 2 down here to Russell. Russell belts one but foul.
Hi, Justin.
Graham delivers. Kat says they're setting up inside, and they do. Tigers, good communication out there at second. She saw the sign from the catcher, and before the catcher even moved, Kat was signaling that it was going to be an inside pitch to Lauren Russell. And it was just jerked foul. Lauren was anticipating the inside. Low that time for Russell. And that's why in the big leagues, you definitely see players that will cover their mouths and go to the mound and talk pitches in big moments when there's a player out at second, as that one's a ball. 2-2 the count. Excuse me, 3-2 to count as Russell has worked it full. Graham wheels, fires, upstairs, and a walk. And 2 on here for the Tigers with 2 out. Well, the Tigers, they left a bunch of base runners on in the first 3 innings against Holy Family in the semifinal game. They would like to not do that here in this one. And strike 1 is called here to Maddie Vaughn. Vaughn against Holy Family. Went hitless, so looking for her first hit on the day, and she will get underneath one. That is way up there. That's a long run for the right fielder, and she will come on to make the grab. So Tigers will leave 2 on to start this one. We'll head to the bottom of the first here in the state champion.
Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility, and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
For the card-carrying fan, get your CU Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First National Bank's free checking.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Sackett still putting on the catcher's gear, so Loveland will give her a moment to throw a couple more warm-up pitches. Fans, don't forget to follow us on social media. You can like the Erie Tiger Media Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter or check out our Instagram. It's Erie Tiger Media. Well, Megan Loveland, starting pitcher here for the Tigers, and she pitched so well against Holy Family. Really efficient, really stymied that Holy Family offense, and hoping for more of the same here today. Hey, you wake up, you're in the groove. Your arm might be a little tired, but sometimes that takes the pressure off of you, you know? So Michaela Middleton, the shortstop. will be the batter here for the Demons. Middleton on the year, a .648 hitter with 16 home runs. So the top two hitters in this lineup can absolutely rake for this Demons team. This one hit right at Vaughn. She'll pick it up across the diamond in time. One pitch, one out. On the 6-3 put out. And that's the way you want to start if you're Erie. And Megan Loveland, and you'd love to see more efficiency. And the left fielder, Molly Horde, will bat here. Not as big of a home run threat. In fact, she hasn't hit any, just 5 doubles, but a .337 hitter. And she will hit this one, a roller to second, bobbled, but in time. And 2 pitches and 2 outs. And if you could prescribe what you want for the Tigers, it's few pitches. Mr. Carpenter said 27 pitches, 27 outs. Well, that sounds good to me. And so Mackenzie Middleton, and actually 21 ounces. We don't play 9 innings here. Maybe you're factoring a few extra strikes. So Mackenzie Middleton will take a look at a first pitch ball. Beg our pardon here, we're a little behind on the strikes now. I'm still flying solo until Grayson gets here. Mackenzie Middleton, a .724 hitter as that one twists foul with 18 home runs. So the Middletons have someone in the middle of them hitting, but you look at their numbers combined, just absolutely sensational. 34 combined home runs on the year between the two.
Hop on, buddy. Let's get you on.
Now that pitch is just on the outside part of the plate. But just missed, they'll say. Sorry, Grayson has entered the arena, if you will. We're waiting for him to join the broadcast. It's a little distracted here. Delivery, that one is rocketed to center field, and it is gone. And a solo shot here in the first for Mackenzie Middleton. And, well, her and Kat Sackett could go toe-to-toe. It'd be fun to watch them in a home run derby. That's home run at least number 19 on the season. And it's a 1-0 lead for Golden. So still 2 outs here. And just like last game, an early solo shot. You can survive those. You just don't want to string them together. Now Marla Goodspeed will come to the plate. And the delivery, and that one's in the dirt.
Hey, let's go get it now. Come on. Keep it going, Forrest. Go. Go get it.
1-0 here to Goodspeed. 1-0 lead for Golden. They start off hot, and a good frame job there by Kat Sackett. Even things at 1-1. Well, Grayson, you rode in from taking the ACT, and you're here, and all of a sudden Erie's in the state championship. That's going to be pretty fun as a student.
It's extremely exciting.
This one twisted foul.
Especially as a student and a senior.
Keep battling. Drive it, Marla.
Loveland, the pitcher here, has just pinpointed so well today. Love to see her continue that. Pitch low and inside, taken for a ball. And the count now at 2-2.
Hey, let's go. Just throw a pitch. Let's go.
Loveland sinks, wheels, fires, and that one is a rocket picked up by Williams across the diamond in time. What a play at third base by Jen Williams.
Looking a little bit like Nolan Arenado.
We'll have to ask Caleb Humble about that. We'll take a timeout. 1-0 Tiger Trail will head to the second.
For the card-carrying fan, get your CU Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First National Bank's free checking.
No. Well, I guess I'm not using that iPad. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird, Grayson Blaylock here with you as we try and get settled in. Not a ton of time between games to get nice and settled in, but here we are in the second inning, and the Tigers trail at 1-0 off a solo shot by Mackenzie Middleton. And for the Tigers, it'll now be Paige Gilbert. And that first pitch low and inside to Gilbert. Gilbert, last game, ended up going 0 for 4. So Paige looking for her first hit today. And she'll take one high and tight, and quickly it's 2-0.
And early in the good count and good patience from Gilbert. 2 pitches near the zone, but outside, could have swung at and didn't.
And Gilbert takes a swing at a big high and inside pitch. A wonderful scene going on. It's a perfect day, and the 5A state championship is back to our back right. The 3A state championship is to our back left, as there's a swing and a miss.
A good rise ball there from Golden's pitcher.
And this one is fouled back by Paige into the screen. Emma Graham, as we said, a 2.43 earned run average. Only 2 losses on the year is Golden. They lost to Evergreen earlier in the year, and they lost to Devlin.
Devlin, the team we beat yesterday.
This foul ball will run out of real estate as Gilbert trying to battle and stay alive here.
Graham transferred to Golden from Lakewood as a sophomore, didn't play any varsity her junior year, sat out to gain eligibility so she could play with this team her senior year.
And Paige Gilbert rockets one to center, but just runs out of real estate. Man, off the bat, I thought she cranked that. I think she hit it a little toward the handle, but the initial swing, that was a good pass. She missed that by maybe an inch.
If that, the center fielder for Golden right at the fence to make that catch.
And now Hernandez will come to the plate. Hernandez was pinch hit for last game, but then she came back in the 7th, got a clutch single. Tell you what, this Tiger team, as that one misses, they may be down a run, but this has to be a confident bunch the way they have swung the bats. This one is a blooper, in trouble. Yes, it will fall for Hernandez, so a little seeing eye single. Tucked in there behind first base. That's a long run for both the right fielder and the second baseman. She tucked it in the right spot.
She did. It couldn't have been better placed as it fell about 2 feet away from both of them.
Now Kaylee Armstrong will come to the plate. Kaylee had a very good game against Holy Family. Was on base 3 times, a couple singles and a walk.
All you gotta do is put
Delivery into Armstrong, and she'll take that one upstairs for a ball. Still one out here for the Tigers, and Erie, like last game, getting base runners here early, but can they capitalize? The delivery is in there for a strike.
And then the deliberate strike calls. That's been something we've seen all weekend from these umpires.
Hey, I'll take this over last game where the umpire never motioned whether it was a ball or a strike. You just said it out loud, but you can't hear it with the headphones on, and she'll take that one for a ball.
Erie and Golden in the regular season, two of, if not the best offensive teams in the state.
And that's a delivery that is absolutely walloped deep to left. It is gone! Kaylee Armstrong, a 2-run bomb gives the Tigers the lead.
And another home run on the day for Armstrong. And Erie is feeling it.
Well, another home run in the tournament for Armstrong. Homered yesterday. Her first homer of the day, but man, it puts the Tigers on top. And like we said, you don't want to exhaust your pinch hit opportunities, or excuse me, your runners in scoring position or base running opportunities, as that one is fouled back by Lovett.
Lovett, we've seen her bunt to get on base. We saw that in the first game. In the second game, Coach Smith said, you know what, that didn't work. Swing away. She had a double off the fence. We'll see if she can do something like that again here.
I love it. Last game against Holy Family, popped out twice, reached on an error, and bunted into a fielder's choice. So looking for her first hit of the day as well, which sounds wild considering the Tigers had 9 runs. There are a couple places in the lineup where they haven't had a hit today, so it just feels like anyone can come at you still, because you know Lovett can hit, you know Paige Gilbert can hit, and their time will come at some point today. And this one is spiked to third, and Lovett with her speed, he's going to get there way ahead of the throw. They won't even attempt it.
Smart play there by the third baseman after she didn't field it cleanly. To not risk the throw over, took one quick look at Lovett and just held on to it so she didn't throw it away. I paused to listen to the umpire.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you doing there? A little brain freeze. Too much testing today. Now Osborne will come to the plate from the left side, the backwards K. Her last time up, and she will try to lay down a bunt. Tried to sneak one in there.
She didn't quite get the bat down quick enough. Osborne, someone that doesn't bunt all the time.
Now delivery, and again Osborne shows bunt, but she'll take this pitch for a ball. So 1-1. Now pitch in Osborne, and again she'll pull back, and again it's a ball. One of the better pitchers here in 4A, in Emma Graham, and you know, and I've said this before, she just hasn't seen the Tiger lineup. That is a different beast than what you're used to seeing. We saw that with Pueblo South. We saw that with Holy Family. Even though Quaddle has shut down the Tigers in her last appearance, that's hard to do more than once, and the Tigers got her the third time around.
Erie 1-2 against Holy Family last year. This year 1-2, but the one win came when it counted most in the state semifinals.
Delivery just catches a piece of the plate, 3-2. And this one is inside out, and that is just going to land foul. That was also in an area where you don't want to see a ball go if you're a fielder.
Far enough past the third baseman that she had to completely turn around to run for it, but not close enough in that the left fielder could run and get it.
Osborne battling here on a full count.
We've seen her have several long at-bats this weekend.
Just the Tigers, they have had some marathon at-bats at different points in time today. This one is rocketed, but off the glove of the left fielder. It had so much tail to it that the left fielder overran it. Initially, I thought it was going to be in the gap, and she overran it because she thought the same thing that we did, Grayson.
She did. She kept running, and the ball tailed off and died.
Well, now Kat Sackett to the plate. Golden's going to talk things over, and after what we saw against Holy Family, I'd be very surprised if Kat Sackett is pitched to.
Catcher.
And maybe you think, okay, we have a pitcher that can handle Kat Sackett. We don't need to walk her, but that type of mentality has burned teams all season long.
It has. Sackett had a small slump against teams like Roosevelt, Windsor, Holy Family. This weekend, she hasn't been in a slump, and she's been pitched to quite a bit.
Still only one out with two on here for Sackett. The Thundering Herd commit will swing at the first pitch and gets underneath it, and that will be an out. Oh, man, she wants that one back.
She does, and that's the one thing that we've seen from Kat Sackett this year that you'd want to change is she's been a bit over-aggressive and not as patient, swinging at early pitches that maybe aren't the best.
Now Jen Williams, she sack bunted her last time up, will come to the plate. Big moment here for Jen. You got two runners in scoring position against a really good pitcher. Yesterday in that big game, Jen had 4 singles. And against Holy Family, the senior came up big as well with 3 singles. So between those two games, not including the D'Evelyn game, which I don't have stats for, 7 hits. And she will get a hit here. That's going to score 1, maybe 2. They're going to hold Osborne as she was rounding the bag at third. But it does score a run, and now the Tigers lead it 3-1. And once again, Jen Williams comes through in the clutch with another RBI single.
She does. Jen Williams is Erie's new singles machine. She did have several singles in that D'Evelyn game. I was at all of that one as you were on your way up to Roosevelt. But I don't think it's going out on a limb to say she's got at least 10.
Lauren Russell had a tremendous at-bat in her last plate appearance. Otherwise, 2 outs now. We'll get our scoreboard eventually all corrected here as Grayson will get settled in. As that one is hit right between the legs of the Golden pitcher, Graham, and another run scores on an RBI single.
That one perfectly hit, nutmegs the pitcher, and hops over the second base bag for a single.
All right, so now Maddie Vaughn up again. She flew out to right her last time up. 2 Tigers still on base, 2 outs, 4-1 lead, and she'll take a look at a pitch for a strike. Great response here. He gives up a run in the bottom of the first, and they get 4 back here in the top of the second. This one is spiked between the hole of short and third. They're going to send the runner home. Here comes the play at the plate. The slide, and she's in there in time. Good call by the umpire as Williams was in there, and she scores, and Maddie Vaughn with an RBI single.
And Vaughn and Russell will both advance a base on the throw. It was too high for the catcher. Had that throw come in a little bit lower, they could have had a chance, but Coach Smith sending Jen all the way. It almost looked like she hesitated too, like, really? I'm going? Yes, she is, and she scored.
Chad Herber's out to talk with his star pitcher, who has not given up very many runs all season long. And right here in the state championship, the Tigers have tagged her for 5 in the second inning. She gave up, well, there were 7 runs against Valor. And then you look at the rest of the season. 8 runs against Meade. There was a little bit of a blip. 9 runs against Eagle Crest. 5 against Evergreen. 8 against Wheat Ridge. But then all of a sudden you hit October. 1 against Evergreen. 0 against D'Evelyn. 0 against Green Mountain. There were 4 shutouts or 3 shutouts in a row. 1 against Stanley Lake. They dropped 1 to D'Evelyn. And then in this state tournament, if you go back to regionals, 1 against Weld Central. 2 against Mesa Ridge. 3 against Evergreen, 5 against Roosevelt in a laugher, though, 14-5, and 1 in the semifinal. So Tigers are tagging her up early in this one.
And they've batted around the inning. Gilbert is back at the plate.
So 2 on, 1 out for the Tigers. Gilbert skies one, but got underneath it. And with her hand on the fence, the center fielder will make the catch. So Paige Gilbert gave it a ride, but just didn't quite catch enough of it. But the Tigers, they score 5 runs. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number, 303-828-0454, or go to carawayortho.com.
Here, you come over here. I want you to. And welcome back in, bottom of the second inning. Brandon Bird here with you as that pitch is outside. And for Erie, what an inning that was. You felt like they could escape without scoring a single run. As that one is tapped down and kicked around, and an error there on Williams will get the leadoff runner aboard. But you felt like, well, Erie has squandered these early chances in previous games, but they came through with some 2-out magic as well, and they lead it 5-1. But now, we talked about this in the Holy Family game. It's one thing to get runs in an inning. It's another to get runs and then come back and completely shut the door. And here's a bunt picked up by Sackett down to first, and a great play by a very athletic catcher in Kat Sackett. And I don't think, Grayson, too many catchers in this state are going to make that play.
Most catchers in this state won't make that play because Kat Sackett is one of the best catchers in this state. Saw the bunt coming, waited, pounced out on it, and threw an absolute dart.
Do you want to know
Jay Hernandez, who came over well to cover?
Want to know another reason very few catchers will make that play? Kat Sackett, one of the few left-handed catchers I've ever seen, as there's a pitch in there. And that completely changes the arm angle. In fact, if you look at like Major League Baseball, obviously it's not the same as softball, but most people won't play a lefty at catcher because you don't want that weird throw down to third. And there's an off-speed pitch. And Kat Sackett came up pumped after that off-speed pitch, saying that is the way you drop it in there.
An 0-2 count now for Loveland.
Loveland ahead here, runner on second. Wheels, fires, and a swing and a miss and a strikeout. A punch out for Megan Loveland. And now there are 2 outs in the inning.
From Loveland, 2 straight off-speed pitches in 2 different places. Sackett's excited, so is Loveland. And now Erie has 2 outs.
Sherman.
Now Sherman will come to the plate here for Golden.
Let's make a play. Let's go.
Delivery catches the knees. No, did not. Ball called here to Sherman. So right down here near the bottom of the Golden lineup. Can the Tigers get a much needed out? And that's how you stockpile good feelings. Up the middle, Ivana gets past her into the outfield. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's offline. Sackett will try and block it. It gets away from her, and the runner will get to second. So 1 run will score on the RBI single by Sherman, and it makes it 5-2. And Vaughn, who had tremendous play after tremendous play in that Holy Family game, and really you look at that Holy Family game, is the defense was impeccable in that game. And so right there, that run scores, but that's unearned. And so Sylvia Lenz will come to the plate.
That was excellent base running from the runner on second, 2 there. She didn't interfere with it. She didn't touch the ball or get in Vaughn's way, but Vaughn didn't read it perfectly.
Rocket to Osborne. They're going to have to hold the runner. That throw is a dart. Now Sackett down to second. They gunder! Kat Sackett gets out of the inning. What a great sequence of defense there. A BB from Osborne, a BB from Sackett. The tag was perfect, and the Tigers get out of the inning. We'll head to the top of the third. Erie leads it 5-2.
Better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility, and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird, Grayson Blaylock here with you. And Grayson, that inning was a beautiful one for the Tigers.
It was. You gave up a run, but you also got out of the inning on a beautiful defensive play. Osborne throwing in to halt a runner at third, and then the runner that singled tried to advance to second. Sackett gunned her down. Hernandez was perfect with the tag, and Hernandez just singled right there.
So now Kaylee Armstrong, who had the 2-run bomb, will come to the plate, and Armstrong will take a look at a ball on the outside. And man, Kaylee Armstrong has come through big in this state tournament. A couple big-time, much-needed bombs, and that's what got the scoring really going for Erie last inning.
It was after Hernandez single. Hernandez on base again now.
And a bunt dropped down. A little interesting there to see Armstrong lay down a bunt. Not the fastest on this team, and after she just hit a home run in the same situation. But Coach Smith always trying to throw wrinkles at the defense, keep them off guard. This one is cut underneath, but that's going to fall, and Hernandez quickly into second. Good read by Hernandez. I thought initially that was going to go a little deeper, and I think so did the center fielder. In fact, she took a couple steps back before she raced in, and it fell in front of her.
And those 2-3 steps back cost her the play on the ball. That one was high enough hit that it caught a bit of the breeze and died.
So now Lovett will come to the plate, and she will take a strike on the first pitch there. Love it. I have so much fun watching her play defense. She made an outstanding, it was a one-hop grab in foul ground. Erie fans lost their minds. They thought it was a clean grab. Everyone that was a little bit closer, I think, saw the bounce, but there was no way she should have even made it that close last game, and she just continues to be a speed demon. Let's see if she can terrorize here on this bunt. It's going to be close, and the speed and the pressure get to the third baseman, and now the bases are loaded, and you're at the top of the order.
And if you're Erie, after putting up 5 runs last inning, this is exactly what you want to do in the next inning. Load up the bases with no outs for Osborne and Sackett.
So nobody out, and the Tigers threatening, and Golden has to be a little bit shell-shocked here. Osborne will lift one. This one, is it deep enough to send the runner? They'll send Hernandez. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's cut off, and the run will score, and Erie has their 6th run of the game, and they're on top 6-2. 6.
Couldn't be a better start for the Tigers, as now you have 2 runners on for Sackett.
So Kat Sackett, she is singled, and she has popped out to third. And already her third at bat here in the 3rd inning, and she will just get underneath that, and another pop out. In fact, an infield fly rule. And we have yet to see Sackett really get a hold of one, and Golden is booting it around in the infield, and the Tigers are able to move up. Just because it's an infield fly doesn't mean the runners can't advance. They advance at their own risk. The infield fly is a protection for the miscue. What happened out there? I think it hit the runner, and runner interference will end the inning for the Tigers. So they do get one, but Erie leads it. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Bottom of the 3rd in the 5A championship game.
Come on.
Columbine 6, Fossil Ridge 1.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility, and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Bottom of the 3rd inning, and Michaela Middleton, who's got 16 bombs during the regular season, will come to the plate. Horde on the year, 337 hitter. This is a batter you gotta get. She gets on, damage is typically done by Golden. And she'll smack that one foul. Horde, a senior, and this team is pretty young. You look, a lot of freshmen and sophomores, but they're led by their seniors. Graham's a senior, both Middleton seniors. Horde's a senior. Haley Prey, you might recognize that name. She's a senior. Is Prey a basketball player? I only asked, I recognize her. She might actually be a golfer, as there's a throw down to first. I know that name for sure.
I'm pretty sure she is a golfer, or if she isn't, her sister is a golfer.
I think they're both golfers. And if I remember correctly, they're both state qualifiers. I don't know. There's a lot. There's 84 state qualifiers in 4A, so I don't know. He's a junior. God, you love a liner here to Williams. And she gets under this one. Osborne's going to camp under it. Here's going to be a play at the plate. The throw coming in. It's going to be cut. And the run will score, and it's now 6-3. The other runner moved up to third.
Third baseman.
And a solid play from Osborne in center.
Now Haley Prey will come up. We already mentioned she's a senior. Pitch into Prey, and she'll cue ball this one. It's going to be a close play, but they got her, and so they'll leave one stranded, does Golden, by Lauren Russell.
That'll go out of play and hit a tree.
Lauren Russell with the RBI single in the third, and she will sky one in the infield, and she will run into, but she was in the base path, and it landed foul. And they'll call her out. And I guess they'll say that she made contact with her in fair ground.
She was on the base path, though, and it hadn't split off yet.
And now Maddie Vaughn will come to the plate. She had a RBI single in the second. And she'll take a look at that one low. One out here for the Tigers, 0-1. The pitch on the way from Graham, and that's upstairs. And Tigers, the first and second time through the lineup, have done pretty well. Usually you go 3 times through the Tigers lineup. Whew, watch out.
Today, those were both up high.
And she'll take a look at strike 3 there. So 2 away. Now Hernandez, who has singled twice, will come back to the plate.
Hernandez, the lone freshman in this Tiger starting lineup.
And they'll say that one catches the corner. Catcher set up pretty far outside. Tough as a hitter. And this one is popped up. Should be an easy play at first, that it is. And so the Tigers go quietly in the top half of the inning. We'll take another break. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th here on the Erie Tiger Network.
To where your friends are. Go to where the action's at. Go find your sense of adventure. Go Airheads. Airsoft Field and Store located in Erie, Colorado. Go Airheads and go Tigers.
Nothing. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Berg, Grayson Blaylock here with you. As we roll on to the bottom of the 4th, this is the highest scoring game of the 3 championship games so far. Right now, Columbine is beating Fossil Ridge 6-1, and University beating Brush 6-2. Both of those teams are the favorites in their game. So Erie, I mean, look, they're already, what a great run, a 14 seed. You knock off the 3 seed. You knock off the 2 seed. Can you knock off 3-2-1 and win a state championship? And right now they have a lead, so they're going to have a chance here at it. It's just whether they can seize the moment or not. And we saw a cheerleading state championship last year, but it's been pretty dry at Erie the last decade in terms of team state championships. Softball, of course, 10 of them in their history. The last one, it's been almost a decade.
It has been since 2010. That was the last time Erie won a state championship in softball. These seniors were second graders.
It cracks me up every time that a drop ball is dropped in there like that from Loveland, as Sackett really gets pumped up. And another pitch, and Sackett pumped up again. Kennedy, a 190 hitter. That's the thing is Golden, they're led by a few of their players. They are not nearly as deep as Erie. That would be the big difference, and there's a strikeout. And, man, Kat Sackett, after that strikeout, talk about having your adrenaline pumping. She fired a bullet down to first. I would not want to have been Armstrong down there.
I don't think Armstrong minds with the strikeout, though.
And now Stevens will come to the plate, the designated player. It's Caitlin Stevens. And for Stevens, 294 on the year. And another off-speed pitch, and Loveland is wheeling and dealing and dropping dimes, keeping it fresh.
They're falling in perfectly like the leaves falling off the trees.
Oh, my goodness. Love the poetic side of you there, Grayson. There's a strike.
It doesn't happen often.
Tell you what, the Leaves may want to hold on a little longer. In fact, it's a rather hot day ahead of what could be 4 nasty days. Loveland, 1-1. Pitch right there on the outside. And look, to me, and I'll say this for Golden, I didn't feel like when that pitch was there for Golden, that should have been called a strike either. Katzak gets set up well off the plate, and that may have hit her spot. That's tough as a hitter. That's pretty far outside.
I don't have as good as an angle as you do, so I'll go with that.
That one was even further, and the umpire wisely did not pull the trigger there. But Loveland hitting her spots. That's what's been so great about her today. This is your 4th game pitching in 2 days. Got to be tired, and you're still hitting some spots. That's always good.
It absolutely is, and I know my biggest question when I was going to watch her play this whole year, a year ago when she filled in for Maddie Leach in relief, accuracy was her biggest issue.
Delivery is rolled up on. A nice scoop by Vaughn on a double hopper, but the throw gets away. Went into the media camera area. Good backup by Gilbert, but an error there on Vaughn. And we have seen her have fantastic play after fantastic play today, and she wasn't able to make that one. And I think the catch kind of surprised her.
I think it did too. She took a glance at the ball before throwing it and overthrew, put it in the dirt a little bit. And now Erie will have a meeting on the mound.
Tigers still holding on to that 6-3 lead. This is a batter you want to get because you're getting near the bottom of the lineup here for Golden with Sherman out of the 8-hole and then Lenz out of the 9-hole. And we know the top of the order for Golden, if you have the bases clear when they come to the plate, you can beat them. If they're full of demons, they are too good, they will make you pay. Loveland delivers for a strike. Sherman, a 200 hitter on the year, a sophomore. And that's what I mean. You got to deal with the part of the order that is susceptible to punching out or rolling over softly. And this one is barely nicked foul. And now Sherman in an 0-2 hole.
And if you're Loveland, that's absolutely what you have to do. After giving up a single on an error, or rather just a 2-base error, you need to get the next batter out. Both so you don't have to face the top of the lineup and for her own confidence.
was confidence. Loveland spins the ball, wheels, fires, tried to get her to chase and wouldn't pull the trigger with Sherman. There are a lot more cameras, a lot bigger presence here for this game than what these players are used to, I think. It is a fun atmosphere. Loveland will fire in the dirt, blocked by Sackett, and a very good block by Cat.
The count now at 2-2.
Try to get her to chase. Now with a 2-2, that's where you, instead of getting him to chase, try and maybe paint the black.
Go back to the bottom corner that she's been hitting all day.
Loveland fires. Hit right up the middle. I think it nicked the glove of Loveland. The runner around third will be stopped as Osborne got quickly. And a single for Sherman. And oh boy, now Lenz will come to the plate and only one out. Dangerous times here for the Tigers. Lenz a 289 hitter. You just let a 200 hitter though hit one on get a hit after being down 0-2. And I say that because Michaela Middleton is on deck.
Ground ball double play, the dream scenario here for Erie. Or really any double play.
And there's a strike. And a good one from Loveland. 3-run lead for Erie, 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Golden at the plate. They've got 2 on the corners. And Loveland will deal, and that one off the plate, and that was well off the plate. Tiger fans didn't like it, but that was a whole foot outside. Both these parents really teased up here in this state championship game as that one is swung on and missed. Another nice breaking pitch, and again, Kat Sackett gets so excited when that pitch drops in there like that. 1-2. Need a good one from Loveland. Delivers in the dirt, a swing and a miss. And now Erie misplayed that one. The runner started taking off for second. You already insured the out.
You can't steal first with a runner on first. Unless there's 2 outs, there was only 1.
And so a strikeout swinging, and now Michaela Middleton with 2 on. So she's grounded out once. Just got to deal with her correctly.
First one chopped foul. Middleton out in front of it a little bit.
Megan checking the runner. Now 2 runners in scoring position here with 2 outs. We have seen the Tigers defense though, speedy in the outfield, kind of limit any action from the runner at second. That's the one nice thing. You have Osborne in center. You have Lovett in left. Very fast. Gilbert, no slouch. And this one is hit to right. Gone. And a 3-run shot, and we said it. You can't put base runners in front of the Middletons, and they did, and it's a 3-run home run for Golden and Michaela Middleton.
Takes her time rounding the bases, and it's a tie game.
Well, where have we seen this before?
And it feels like this just happened yesterday.
Now Molly Horde will come to the plate. Gotta tell you, I didn't think it was gone off the bat.
It kept carrying. Looks playable for Gilbert. But unlike the ones that Gilbert herself has hit, that one had a little bit of extra carry to it.
This one is tipped foul. So we are all square here in the fourth. You know, you had a feeling in this game that it was going to be a high-scoring, close, heart-palpitating affair as that one's hit up the middle. And well, there's another batter. To me, Horde is the key batter in this lineup for Golden. You get her out. Well, now you got to face Mackenzie Middleton. So you just had one Middleton hit a homer. This Middleton's already hit a homer. And I would think about maybe walking her. They did last time. And they are going to walk her. So they'll put her on. Golden fans booing.
The boos showering down.
Trust your defense.
That'll bring Goodspeed back up. She had a sac fly RBI, but she's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Good batter, though, 553 on the year, and she can hit some homers herself.
She can, but you would rather have to pitch to her than to the other Middleton.
Loveland deals, and a strike right there on the corner. Chops this one. Vaughn will dive and grab it, and that'll now a play at the plate. The throw is good. Sackett gets the tag. Oh, what a play from Maddie Vaughn. And the Tiger fans showing some machismo themselves.
Rally quashed. We're all tied up heading to the fifth.
All right, we'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
For the card-carrying fan, get your CU Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First National Bank's free checking.
5A state championship game has reached the top of the fifth. Columbine still leading Fossil Ridge 6-1. The 3A championship game is in the bottom of the sixth, with University holding a 6-3 lead over Brush.
You are watching the ETN. You are watching the ETN.
And a big hit there, and off the top of the wall. Armstrong rounding the bag, and she will safely get into second. Almost had another home run.
Was feet away. The left fielder stumbled getting to that one. That's why she made it to second safely.
She's a triple away from the cycle, is Armstrong. Of course, triples in softball are about as prevalent as, they're just rare. How about that? And love it. And they call her out, and she was in the box. You've got to be kidding me. She didn't even leave. There is no, that was not, no. All right.
Coach Smith immediately coming down, and the Golden fans to my left screaming in my ear to throw to second base.
That was, I think that was the incorrect call. I'll put it as politely as I can. This one is tattooed down the line. That's fair. They're going to send Armstrong around the bag. One run will score. Osborne in at second, and a big hit there.
Emma Osborne, after Lovett doesn't get on what I'll say is a questionable call at best. She brings Armstrong in. Now Kat Sackett back up to the plate.
Time to get Kat Sackett going, I think. You just serve one. She's already hit 2 bombs today. Kat showing bunt, pulls back, and we'll take strike 1. She has swung early in counts in this game, so I think just wanted to see a pitch there.
And a smart take 2 from Sackett.
Delivery outside, taken for a ball. 1-1 here to Sackett. That's where they will pitch her. Sackett has singled and then popped out twice to third, and that single was pretty much the same swing. It just dropped and spun. And this one is ripped, but right at the right fielder. That will drop, and they'll hold Osborne at second. Osborne waited. It looked like it was going to get out there, and it just took a dive right in front of the right fielder. And so the second single of the day for Sackett.
Third baseman.
And that'll bring Jen Williams to the plate. Maybe the hottest hitter in the Tigers lineup right now. Tigers have retaken the lead, 7-5. Or 6, I beg your pardon, here in the 5th. As that one is upstairs taken for a ball. Still only 1 out. Runner on third with Osborne's speed. A fly ball deep enough should be good enough. That one is outside and called a strike.
Erie, though, wants more than just a sac fly here.
And another swing and a miss, and Williams fooled a little bit. We haven't seen her have a confused swing all weekend. The good news is she's still at the plate. And she will foul that one. Well, you get a couple more fouls, get back in the rhythm. A couple late defensive swings by Williams. Pitch way upstairs, and that was a good snag from behind the plate.
If Goodspeed doesn't catch that, at the very least, Sackett, even not the fastest player, but she could still get to second.
Pitch is lifted. That's into no man's land, and a great diving grab. There was only 1 out, and Golden just forgot about it. And a good tag up there, and no. She did not. Did she leave early?
I didn't see her leave early, but they called her out.
And Coach Smith, and he's asking, and a couple critical calls. Erie scores a run. Let's head to the bottom of the inning.
Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. And this game's starting to get a little testy here between the two fan bases and the umpires and the coaches. And it wouldn't be a state championship game with Erie in it without that. So we're used to this. So big inning here for the Tigers, because you just retook the lead. You do not want to give it back, especially with kind of the weaker part of the Golden lineup coming to the plate.
The end of their power bats, I believe, is up right here.
Yeah, it's Haley Prey will come to the plate. And Prey, 391 hitter, really not a power bat, only one homer on the year, but a good contact hitter. Now Loveland digging the ball into her hip, delivers, and low for a ball. Well, we get a little emotional also here on the Erie Tiger Network. Our both parents from both teams stirred up. The announcers are stirred up. I think our producers stirred up. Everyone a little bit on edge here.
I'm just really nervous.
And a delivery, and this one is off the orange bag. Okay, well, off the orange bag. That's a foul ball.
Now the count 2-2 to Prey.
Well, listeners, hope you're enjoying this one, as Prey will golf one into right, and that gets by Gilbert. Gilbert's gonna stand up at a single and then an air, and then, ooh, that throw. A little offline. You miss the play in the outfield, you wanna make the throw.
She put
you
too
overjuice
much into
it,
it.
yep.
Golden second baseman, Jaylee Kennedy.
And now Erie's gonna have a little meeting, try and settle everyone down. Still no action in the bullpen.
And all 9 players from Erie will come into the pitching circle.
And Coach Smith even gonna come out. No, that's actually the assistant coach for the Tigers. She's gonna call time and also meet with everyone. And she actually just wants to talk with Loveland and Sackett here real quick. So 6-7, Tigers still lead it here in the bottom of the 5th. Tigers trying to maybe slow down, disrupt the rhythm of this game. And Kennedy coming to the plate. This is a batter that has only hit 190 on the season, and they have got her with off-speed stuff all day.
That's got to be what you throw here too if you're Loveland.
Now Loveland needing a punch out here, and the runner a little bit of a delayed action, but a strike called. For a second there, I thought we might see the runner take off for third. I'm surprised more teams don't try and steal third with Sackett being a lefty, but she can throw some BBs. This is a slow roller picked up by Williams onto first in time, and the runner does advance. So in a way, Kennedy does her job on the 5-3 putout.
Designated player.
Williams didn't look the runner back to second. Had plenty of time for the throw. That's why she was able to advance.
Caitlin Stevens now to the plate. 1 out, runner at third. The Tigers, looks like they're going to bring their infield in. They want to play at the plate. Why not? Kat Sackett, she's the tag master. She had a couple in that Wheat Ridge game last week. She's had a couple this weekend. Really good is Kat at getting the tags down and just blocking enough of the plate so that you obstruct the runner without, getting called for it.
That's the idea.
Hey, if you want it, let's go get it. Let's go.
Loveland. This one fouled back, and now Loveland ahead here 0-2. 0-2 runner on third. The only thing you got to be careful of, because a lot of times that's when pitchers will throw them in the dirt here, is that runner on third. You don't want it to get by Kat. The good news is Kat is rock solid. Number one key to the game there, Grayson. We've talked about it. Keeping the bases clear when the Middletons are at the plate. Let them do their damage quietly. And then on offense, get clutch hitting, because you're going to get hitting. Just can you string them together? And the Tigers have done that pretty well here against a good pitcher. As Loveland deals that one, a tapper to Vaughn. Cleanly, throws it in the dirt though. And Vaughn, you could see her try to measure that one up instead of just wheel and fire, and the run scores. Vaughn was thinking about her mechanic. You could just see the wheels turning there, and she put it in the dirt.
Second throw in a row. More of a routine throw from short to first run. You'd almost like to see her get a tougher play where she doesn't have the time to think it through.
Right fielder, Sylvia Lenz.
So 7-7, 2 outs. And oh man, hopefully that does not come back to haunt the Tigers, as Lenz, a decent hitter. And then you have the Middletons coming up on deck. Got to get this out here. In these moments, you don't want to make a mistake, so you think about not making a mistake, and because you're thinking about not making a mistake, instead of just rearing back and firing like you've done a million times in your life, you throw it wayward. And I say that as a golf coach who has seen more 2-foot putts missed in pressure situations. Love little wheel, fire, and no, didn't quite catch the corner. This one hit towards love toward us financially. That's the new Super Chat feature in our stream. So if you go down to the comments, you'll see a little dollar bill S sign, and click on that. It stands for Super Chat, and you can help support us that way here on the ETN, and we would appreciate it. So 7-7, and this game is, I think we're going to see maybe a couple more crazy moments here, as there's still a long way to go. 2 outs here in this inning. And guess what? Now you're relying on Alyssa Barnett, a senior who in postseason play has gotten slugged around a little bit. So you'd love to see a great kid in Alyssa Barnett. She's in the yearbook. You'd love to see her come in and get this out. And there's a strike. And Golden fans didn't like that.
It's the first pitch really that we've seen in a while go to the inside corner. Loveland prefers to put it outside. Barnett not afraid to go right at Middleton and throw to that low end corner.
Barnett goes in again, and you could see just a little change in pitcher. I like this move by Coach Smith. Loveland has grinded for 4 days. Barnett has not pitched a lot, but you say, hey, I trust you to go and get maybe one of the best hitters you'll ever see in the biggest moment of your life. In this spot, I like it. I like it. Let's see if it pays off, though. Barnett almost got Middleton to swing. That was a little high. Middleton wanted that one, though. This one is Michaela Middleton. She's had more home runs between the two sisters, but her average is a little higher, too. That's bragging rights right there. This one rocketed into center. It's going to be picked up by Osborne. She bobbled it, so 1 run will score. The throw just offline into second. They could have gotten Middleton trying to stretch it into a double. But an RBI double. And now Golden has their first lead of the game. And now it'll be Molly. Well, actually, I think we have a pinch hitter coming in Ruiz. Interesting decision here. A left-handed hitter with 2 outs.
The left fielder, Horde. Number 3, Mia Rousey.
Oh, okay. Well, that is not what we have on our roster, so I'm trying to. Oh, yes, Mia Rousey. Okay. Freshman, 200 average on the year, batting for Horde, who's hits .337 and is a senior. Interesting move here. And you almost feel like they might try a bunt, a little suicide squeeze.
There's 2 outs, though.
Williams crowding. Sackett snares. Williams creeping up the third baseline. The lefty and small, that's a recipe for a speedy bunt specialist. And she's holding the bat like she's gonna swing away. Maybe she just take until she gets a strike.
She gets one there. It counts 1-1.
Interesting move. Rousey, I beg your pardon, the name. Mia Rousey. And that one wide, and it gets away from Sackett, but she had her back turn was Sherman. And Sackett, the reason I got from her, she's so violently tried to pull it off the ground with her glove, and it slipped out.
As Sherman turned around, that's probably why she didn't advance to the plate. She started, Sackett did briefly have it in her glove.
Barnett, big pitch here. Gets a strike on the corner. Good pitch from Barnett. Just remember, everything that's happened, this inning should already be over with a 6-7 Erie lead. Costly error. And a swing and a miss, and the Tigers get a big strikeout. Curious substitution there, but it'll work out for Erie. But Golden has their first lead. We'll head to the top of the 6th here on the Erie Tiger Network.
For the card-carrying fan, get your CU Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First National Bank's free checking.
Will we stay up without the... Whoops, we're live.
Welcome back in Erie Tiger Network, a passion-filled Saturday here at Aurora Sports Park. And we have lost our camera, so give us just a second. For some reason, our camera wouldn't let us plug in, so we've had to run off battery. And of course, the worst, I have no idea. It's been fork and fine all week. So we are going to get a new camera going for you here. And it's going to be Blake Donaldson that does it. Just give us a hot second, and we'll get it going for you.
Until then, we'll have a brief radio-style call.
Very brief, as we already have camera up. Now it's just about... So Lauren Russell will come to the plate. Give us just a moment here. We're almost ready to... And right now, we have at least a white screen for it.
That's all that camera's showing.
Yeah.
As the first two miss to Russell. Third pitch, 2-0 count to Russell. Fouls it off out of play. Into the stands. 2-1 count. That pitch goes to the back, and our iPad didn't break. It did not break. Our iPad was knocked off the fence. Oh, it might have broken, actually. She checks again at a high pitch, does Russell. Counts now full. No outs, top of the sixth. 4, 5, 6 hitters up for Erie in this inning.
All right, thanks for being patient, Tiger fans. We just had, it's an unusual camera quirk. I don't even totally know how to explain it to you. And then that foul ball almost destroyed our iPad. So we will try and get Blake set up, and Grayson will continue with the call here in the 6th inning.
Maddie Vaughn will now come to the plate for the Tigers. Paige Gilbert waiting on deck. Vaughn's had 2 errors today. One of those would have ended the last inning. She wants redemption.
Your attention, please. Running for Russell and the Tigers. Number 2, Mia Johnson-Martinez.
Feet out of her hand and drive it.
Johnston-Martinez to run for Russell. First pitch is outside to Vaughn. She takes, and it's ball 1. We apologize as the camera is moving. That one catches the outside corner. Some of the Erie parents don't like it, but it's strike 1 to Vaughn. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, it's been consistently called all day, so. Little bunt attempt is popped foul.
Against the fence. Now 2 strikes for Vaughn.
And we're trying to fix our... All right, now that our mic situation is fixed as well. Sorry about that. And there's a big hit by Vaughn to the wall. Gone! Maddie Vaughn, another big home run in the 6th inning.
Stop me if you've heard this one before. It gives Erie a 1-run lead.
Oh, man, Maddie Vaughn. We like it here on the Erie Tiger Network.
I just said she wanted redemption. Let's see if it holds. But I think for now, That tastes pretty sweet.
Yes, absolutely. Ooh. So the Tigers retake the lead on one swing. Love it.
Right fielder, Paige Gilbert.
So Paige Gilbert will come to the plate now. What a seesaw, action-packed weekend it has been as this one straight up to elevator shaft. Ooh, and misplaying it was the catcher. We could, beg your pardon, we could see that turning back toward the field of play as it was just a little bit overrun.
That one close to straight up in the air. Only landed several feet away from home plate, but hard to find in the sun. Right shining there into Goodspeed's eyes.
So Gilbert, she has been close to a home run several times in this one. Boy, they'd love one more from her. That one's outside, taken for a strike. Been there all day, so can't fault the umpire. That's consistent. Hitters need to adjust. And a check swing, and they say she went.
And a good off-speed pitch there from Graham.
Now Hernandez, she's been a little single machine here in this game. Tigers battling. By the way, I believe University has won the 3A state title.
They did, 8-4 over Brush.
This might be the last state title going here today, so it wouldn't surprise me to see significantly more people start to crowd in.
5A is closer to being done than this one. That game also wasn't as close. Last we heard Columbine ahead of Fossil Ridge. Fossil Ridge actually a team at the peak of Erie's early season offensive explosion. Erie beat them 18-4. And that's a team in the 5A state title game.
Yeah, that's impressive. That shows you they belong here. Do the Tigers. As there's a bouncer to third across the diamond in time, and now 2 gone. Forgive our camera. Poor Blake, he is literally standing, pinching it to the fence. And if I had one piece of advice for Blake, it would be your fingers behind the iPad and inside the fence right there, recipe for finger death. Especially with how many foul balls we've seen come right back at us here in this game. Now, Kaylee Armstrong at the plate. She has been tremendous today. She is a triple shy of the cycle. Homered in her first at-bat, singled in the third, and doubled in the fifth. And she will knock that one.
And the catch is made by an Erie parent.
You need a slicer that rolls probably outside of the fence but lands in fair ground. If you want the cycle anyway.
I think she'd rather have another home run.
Yeah, let's go with that. And that one is high and wide. Now they're pitching Armstrong a little bit delicately as she's made them pay. What a great hitter out of the 8-hole. Not many teams have that.
Just goes to show how deep this Erie team is if they can put a hitter like this there.
She will sky this one. It might be a little bit of trouble. And settling under it was a shortstop, Middleton, and we'll roll on now to the bottom of the 6th. Tigers retake the lead.
You have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you. Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
You are watching the ETN.
buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. Your camera angle is steady. We have another one trying to get our other camera, a charged one, up so we have a stable look. And the Tigers with a 1-run lead. It's 9-8. And the bottom of the 6th, Alyssa Barnett back in the circle.
Center fielder, Mackenzie Middleton.
And it will be Mackenzie Middleton, who hasn't seen Barnett today.
And the good news is Middleton also leading off the inning. You always feel good about that.
Especially Erie having a 1-run lead. That's the place you want to be in.
I know you see the shadow there. We are trying our best. It's a camera glitch that has just walloped us here on the ETN. It literally says unable to play back while connected to power. Hasn't said that all weekend, so not sure what the issue is, our camera charger and battery, but we are trying to at least give you some view. But hey, you still got the state championship game and a 1-run lead for the Tigers. Pitch in the dirt.
Barnett not wanting to give Middleton anything good to hit.
Blake up and to the left just a hair. See the thing in the middle of the frame?
A 3-1 count now for Middleton.
This one hit to center, and Osborne is there to clean that one up. So, well, there's one down, and that's why you bring Barnett in, and Barnett looks a little more comfortable here. I think she's enjoying being given this opportunity here. And I tell you what, Barnett could certainly feel like a hero if she's able to hold on to this one.
She would be a hero.
I mean, if you look at the number of outs left in the game for Golden, 5. And the last Middleton is gone. So if you can play clean defense, if you can pitch well, you can take a state title. You already got the lead. Now you just got to take care of the players that you know you can take care of.
Only the bottom of the 6th, some insurance runs in the 7th. Wouldn't hurt anyone's hearts.
It's not to say Good Speed isn't good as well. She is really good. But the Middletons are just on a different level. They're on Kat Sackett's level. Barnett fires this one, tagged to Vaughn, and Vaughn throws another dirt ball, but this time it's picked up by Armstrong.
Armstrong expecting it, blocked it well, caught it. And that's got to be a little bit of a relief for Vaughn after throwing another one in the dirt, that this one gets dug out by Armstrong.
2 outs. Now Haley Prey will come to the plate. And this one is hit well towards Gilbert. The run, the diving catch. The Tigers take Golden 1-2-3 in the 6th. We'll head to the final inning of the 4A state championship, and Erie has the lead.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
In Erie, talk to State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse.
Do you want a better smile?
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. As Lovett will come to the plate. And she spiked one. Ooh, a tough bounce, but Prey was able, or excuse me, that is Middleton able to get it. That was a phenomenal play, not only with Lovett's speed, but that took a bad hop.
Gloved it perfectly. Had to make a quick exchange and did to get a quick out.
Well, we have, I'm pretty sure, passed the most viewers we've ever had for a softball broadcast, as Osborne will flare this one, and Middleton is a little human vacuum cleaner out there. Just Hoover sucking everything up right now, and 2 away for the Tigers.
And after 2 very quick at-bats, you'd like to see Sackett, unless she gets the king of all meatballs to take a pitch or 2.
Kat Sackett homered in the 7th to add insurance in the semifinal. Can she do it again? Man, that would be huge. 1 run, that's heavy breathing. This one inside out. Middleton makes all 3 plays. Well, we're gonna go to the bottom of the 7th. Tigers are 3 outs away from a state championship.
Teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. It's the bottom of the 7th. It's a championship moment. Can the Tigers hold on? They've got the lead, and it's Barnett in the pitcher's circle. And if you're wondering for this Golden lineup, it's the bottom half of their lineup due up.
6, 7, 8 hitters.
So if you're gonna do it, you gotta get them done right away. And both fans on their feet, announcers on their feet, the scoreboard operator on his feet. And what a magical day and run it has been for the Tigers. You know, win or lose, the Tigers as a 14 seed did things that 14 seeds are not supposed to do. And right now they are 3 outs away. That's all you can ask for, right?
And you can knock on wood.
Kennedy will come to the plate. They have struck her out a couple times today with off-speed stuff. So we'll see what the Tigers dial up here with Barnett in the pitcher circle now. Bottom of the 7th, no outs as Kennedy comes to the plate. Will Maddie Vaughn's home run in the 6th be the difference?
Will Vaughn play the hero twice? First pitch low for a ball.
Pitch from Barnett in there for a strike.
Sack gets excited. Barnett says, let's go.
Pitch is hit up the middle. That's going to be a single. And so the leadoff runner aboard, the tying run on the base paths here for Golden. That'll bring Caitlin Stevens to the plate. Whew. The Tigers, we said this yesterday on the broadcast, someone should start a cardiac business in Erie because this Tiger softball team is causing hearts to race. Infield corners kind of playing in. They'll appeal that she swung. The umpire says she didn't, down at first. The corner's playing in, expecting small ball bunt here.
That is what she just showed.
And did that hit her? Oh,
No.
She went.
She fouled it off.
And the Golden coach gonna come talk to the umpire. Here's the thing, she fully committed to the pitch for sure.
And the bunt's the same thing as a swing, so even if it did hit her, it's still a strike.
I have seen this before where a batter sees the ball coming at them, almost takes a half swing in self-defense and gets noggined, and it's still a strike. What Gold wants to do is they want a pinch runner here in this situation. So that's what the coach was. My wife making fun of me. Hey, we're so nervous, we're stumbling over our words. I met a cardiologist. We need that in Erie. I said a cardiac business. It's because they're the cardiac kids, are the Tigers. Oh, man. Tough to perform in these tense moments. Barnett will deliver, and this is a swing and a miss for a strike, and now 2 strikes here on Stevens. Get the leadoff runner aboard. You have the 7, 8, 9 hitters right now. Swing and a miss, and there's 1 out. Tigers are 2 outs away. And now Sherman will come to the plate, and she has delivered for Golden twice this game. Was singles, or a single up the middle, and then she reached on a Maddie Vaughn error. Barnett fires, the bunt is laid down. Barnett tries to scoop it, bobbles it, gets it to first. It goes down the line, backhanded by Gilbert, and the runner will get to third. The throw will come in. Oh man, that is disaster for the Tigers. Absolute disaster. You rushed the throw because the bobble. And now runners on the corners with 1 out.
The pitching coach will come out now to talk to Barnett.
So now you have, I believe, Lenz to the plate. That's the 9-hole hitter. What's looming on deck with 1 out is Michaela Middleton. So got to find a way for sure to get this out. And it's complicated now for the Tigers. You have runners on the corners. They might try and steal, and then there'd be a play at the plate if the Tigers tried to throw to the steal. And with 1 out, I don't think you almost give up the runner. And then you bring infield in. I don't know. This is a tough one because there's no force except at first, and the runner's on third. I think the ideal scenario is a shallow fly ball to Lovett, and then she rips a fastball right to Cat for a little tag up, throw him out. The only thing is, if you are the coach, as there's a good strike for Golden, I don't think there's a chance in heck you send a runner on a fly ball tagging up even with one out because of who's on deck. And another strike.
And another good off-speed pitch from Barnett.
Barnett fires. This one hit to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to throw to first, overthrows the first baseman Armstrong, and the tying run is plated. The one question is, why don't you throw toward home? The other is, oh boy, another throwing error.
You could have also, Vaughn had time. She could have flipped it to second to get that runner.
And now the winning run
is on third.
9-9.
Now do you walk Middleton to load the bases? With one out in the tying run at third, I think you walk her.
You have to. Even if it wasn't Middleton, you need to load the bases to get the force at home.
Because it doesn't matter if you've got a runner on first or second.
Yeah, those runs are inconsequential. And surely Coach will walk Middleton. Unless you think you could get a double play.
Middleton's quick.
Well, the Tigers, similar situation yesterday. They got out of the jam, and they would go on to win in extras. And you hope in a dire situation that you could do it here.
They will put a pinch.
Double her off.
If it's not popped up high enough.
And of course, right now, our internet quality is extremely poor. It's because everyone in the facility is watching and soaking up the bandwidth. Swing and a miss, and a dropped third strike, but nowhere to go. And so now,
it's the other Middleton.
It's the other Middleton.
Do you visit the mound here if you're Coach Smith?
And so it all comes down to this at-bat. Mackenzie Middleton, the three-hole hitter, maybe the best hitter in the state in a tie game with the bases loaded and 2 outs. If you can survive it, you go to extra innings. If you can't, you lose the state title.
Oh, boy. My heart can't handle this.
And the Tigers will huddle on the mound.
I'm shaking.
For Golden, I honestly think the strikeout there by Rousey was best case scenario, because obviously a better case scenario would be that she got a hit and scored, but
For the card-carrying fan, get your CU Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First National Bank's free checking.
You are watching the ETN.
And welcome back in. It's extra innings softball here on the ETN, because why wouldn't it be here in the state tournament? 9-9. Jen Williams comes to the plate, so the 3, 4, 5 hitters up in the lineup for the Tigers. That's what you want if you're Erie. Well, you'd probably prefer the 2, 3, 4 hitters up, but
let's see the 2, 3, 4 hitters hit in this inning. How about that?
Tigers did that yesterday. In the 8th inning, they scored 4 runs.
It starts with being patient at the plate as Williams takes one for a ball. That's something we did not see in the 7th. I believe a 4-pitch inning.
And we'll correct our graphic. It is the 8th inning. It's extra innings here. 9-9. What a wild one. Delivery is catches the corner for a strike. Every ball and strike being scrutinized by both fans. This one is pulled in the gap, and the single queen, Jen Williams, continues her incredibly hot play at the plate.
She's now definitely in double digits for her singles in these games.
That is just what the Tigers needed. And now Lauren Russell will come to the plate. She's had an RBI single. She has walked. She's committed a runner's interference. And in the game that just won't quit, on the weekend that won't quit, she comes to the plate in a big-time moment. Russell looking down to Coach Smith. Man, how the Tigers got out of that jam, well, it could go down in legends if they win this. The bunt, the throw is good, but they move the runner over. So a sack bunt here in the 8th by Russell.
Russell's mom not happy that she bunted.
Tigers trying to manufacture at least a run and put the pressure back on Golden.
With their 4, 5, 6 hitters due up.
Now Vaughn, another chance to make amends for a throwing error. Last time, she hit a 2-run bomb.
Can she do it again?
And she will! She gives it a ride! It is gone! Oh my God! Maddie Vaughn, her second 2-run bomb of the game! Can you believe it if you hadn't seen it with your own eyes, Tiger fans?
Maddie Vaughn's playing one game and everyone else is playing another. Throwing error, game's tied. Another throwing error, game's tied again, extra innings, and she gives Erie a 2-run lead this time.
I have never seen a player have a performance like Maddie Vaughn, where she has struggled so much in the field and has excelled so much at the plate. What a story. Unbelievable.
Vaughn redeems herself again.
Now Gilbert with 1 out, and we'll get the scoreboard corrected here. Oh, 11-9, Erie on top. And Gilbert's been scratching the surface. She could easily send one out. She'll actually just blast one right up the middle. And so she's on with a 1-out single, and the Tigers will not go silently into the 8th. And now Hernandez will come to the plate.
The young duo of Gilbert and Hernandez. It's the two that we didn't see from Erie last year. We saw Osborne, we saw some of Lovett. We didn't see either of these two. Now they're looking up to come clutch in back-to-back plate appearances.
Hernandez has been pretty solid here today, peppering some singles all around. And honestly, my scorebook is a mess. I can't even figure out what all she's done. I know she has at least 2 singles. And she will lay down a bunt that goes wide.
So 2 quick strikes for Hernandez, and she'll have to swing away. And I almost like the fact that she'll have to swing away. I wouldn't want to trade an out for a runner into scoring position.
That one's outside. Man, there's been iconic moments. You know, every tournament, it's like, yeah, you get a memorable moment. If you think back to Valor's or Erie's run against Valor when they lost in the state championship, the big iconic moment was a walk-off grand slam by Rio Sanchez. This has had iconic moment after iconic moment all tournament long. And Hernandez trying to add one for herself as that one is fouled back.
Hernandez protecting the plate. I talked to Kat Sackett last night. She said, I remember back to my freshman year, it was the only time that anyone on this roster has been to the second day of the state tournament. As that one misses just to the outside. She said, I remember when we lost to Valor. I don't want that feeling again.
Delivery. This one is a high bouncer fielded by Middleton, and oh, what a great stretch at first. Middleton she had to make a tough play and go quickly, and it was sailing wayward, but it was a good stretch, and that's 2 outs. And now Kaylee Armstrong with 2 outs, and she has a home run, a single, and a double in this game. And she's certainly making the case for player of the game.
She's up there for sure.
So Armstrong will foul this one back. Sorry, it's illegible right now, or illegible.
Who hit the 2-run home run?
Maddie Vaughn. And all kinds of media descending down on this field. You see cameras literally everywhere.
9 News is here. Boco Preps is here somewhere. Jeffco Athletics, I'm sure, is here somewhere. Chasa's all over the place.
Delivery, and that's a bouncer. And Paige Gilbert will move up to third. Really, the only thing that does with 2 outs is now if there's a pass ball, another run would score. And in these moments, pass balls can happen. And Emma Graham has to be scratching her head going, I don't give up 11 runs. And that pitch is a good one right on the corner by Graham. Armstrong staying patient. Man, she has just been so rock solid today.
The unsung hero for Erie all year.
This would give the Tigers a 3-run cushion if she could just get one more hit. And with the way this game is going, you need a 10-run cushion, I think.
A 10-run cushion would be amazing.
Delivery is wide.
The O's come from the Golden fans. That has been the pitch that's been called for a strike. It was outside clearly, but the plate has been extended maybe to the right a little bit today.
All right. Full count pitch. Ooh, and that would have been a ball, I think, if Armstrong would have laid off it. She chased one high and inside and was able to fight it off. There hasn't been a breath of wind this game. There hasn't been a cloud in the sky. And a perfect moment for Armstrong to try and come through, and she rips one to right, going back to the wall. It's gone! Another 2-run home run by Kaylee Armstrong, her second of the game, and the Tigers, just like yesterday, they score 4 again in the top of the 8th.
I don't know what to say. It's deja vu all over again. And now Lovett will try to extend the inning.
Oh my. I think of Vern Lundquist say, in your life, have you ever seen anything like this? As that one is up top, and you know, you call games for so long, and Grayson, you've been to hundreds of games in your career, And it's games and moments like this that make, sometimes when you're calling a game in the middle of nowhere and 20 people are watching, it makes those moments worth it. And so thanks for sticking with us, Tiger fans. This is a fun moment. I hope you're enjoying it with us. As we'll eventually catch up on our graphics on up here, as it's 13-9. Love it at the plate, and that one's high at the eyes. And now Golden fans swallowing their machismo a little bit, as a 4-run deficit's a little bit different, especially when the last batter last inning was your 3-hole hitter.
And now, if you're Erie, getting out of that bases loaded jam, you didn't want to see it bases loaded, almost had a heart attack, but now gives you their 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, you would have rather just won the game last inning, but if you want to just create memories that last a lifetime, sure, why not just add a little more conflict? No conflict, no story.
You said, you quoted Vern Lundquist saying, "Have you this before?" No. And I'm going to say this. This is probably the best Erie offense ever.
Well, while we catch our breath between pitches, you see a few people following us on social media as there's a swing and a miss. That will do it in the inning. But what an inning, at least the top half, it was. 4 runs played for the Tigers. They'll play for a state championship in the bottom half after a timeout.
You have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you. Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
You are watching the ETN.
And welcome back in here, Erie Tiger Network. Bottom of the 9th. It is championship moment. And Tigers, we'd love for you to follow us on social media, our Facebook, Twitter, and our Instagram, Erie Tiger Media. Check us out. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, all the good things. And we'd definitely love for you to be a supporter of us on Patreon as well. So it is a tense moment in this game, and I say a tense moment. It's been one long tense moment from beginning to end. Erie jumped out to a big lead, and then you knew at some point the potent offense of Golden would strike back, and they did. And just like yesterday, Erie fought back. Then they gave up the lead for a tie, but they got it to extra innings, and then they scored 4, just like yesterday. But just like yesterday, can they finish this off? And can they become a team that beats the 3, the 2, and the 1 seed en route to a state championship? Well, we'll find out here in the next few moments, as there's a bouncer off the glove into Vaughn's glove across the diamond in time, and Maddie Vaughn secures the out. A little 1-6-3 action on the grounder, and now Golden is down to their last 2 outs.
And I said earlier that maybe what Maddie Vaughn needed was to get a play that wasn't routine so that she didn't have time to think about it. That one deflected off Barnett's glove. She had to change her course to get it. And she made a perfect throw for the first out.
So 1 away, as it's now, I believe, Haley Prey. And she will sky one. That's Gonna be dangerous, and it will fall in that little Bermuda's triangle. And once again, the Tiger outfielders need to be a little more aggressive there. They've kind of let Hernandez tack back. You'd like to see Gilbert or Osborne really attack that one.
Second baseman, Jaylee Kennedy.
So now Kennedy will come to the plate. One away. Still with a runner on now. Barnett, the pitcher, delivers, and there's a pitch on the corner. Right now it's the 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters. Can you get 2 outs from that crowd? Can you do it, Tigers? That will be the question. If you do it, you win the state championship. If you don't, you let it slip through your fingers. That's the task at hand, and you try and, as a coach, break things down into small little pieces. Just the next out. Can we get this out?
1 out at a time.
Barnett delivers, and that one high, and now Barnett behind here in the count, 2-1.
The golden hitter, I'm not sure which hitter it is, lost track, but wanted to offer it that one. It held back on the swing, though.
Kennedy has struck out a couple times today, and she will lift this one to center. Pretty well struck, but Osborne going back, and it's out number 2. And so Erie is 1 out away from winning a state championship.
Designated player, Caitlin
The 7 hitter in the lineup, and Caitlin Stevens due up and at the plate. And it would be a great story if Alyssa Barnett could close the door. She had a rough weekend last weekend, a rough appearance this weekend, but she has come in and she has held down a very difficult lineup, including getting out of the bases loaded jam. And that would be a great story for this senior.
This whole weekend has been full of great stories.
There's a flare toward Gilbert. It's going to drop. And so Golden stays alive. You didn't think it was going to just end, did you? Still one more out to get, and it's Sherman coming to the plate. So C.J. Sherman will step up. She takes a couple big breaths. 2 outs, 2 on here for Golden. The tying run now on deck. But 1 out away are the Tigers, and Kat Sackett wants time, and the Tigers are going to talk this one over. And
scattered boos.
And Golden fans yelling Bush League. I guess calling time now is Bush League.
You learn something new every day, Mr. Bird.
Well, emotions are running high. You're going to get the worst and best out of everyone in this crowd today. The most supportive, the most tribal they'll ever be is right now, including us announcers. So I'm getting even a little defensive to Erie's cause. So try and step back here just a little bit as there's a strike 1. Here it is Sherman.
Barnett's thrown strike 1 very well this inning. Golden's hitters have been taking, she's put them all in the same spot.
2 on, 2 out. The 0-1 pitch is just low. A 4-run lead for the Tigers. Just need 1 out. And that one catches the strike zone, and now it is 1 and 2. And Golden is down to their last strike. Oh, and that one is upstairs. Barnett tried to get Sherman to chase. The Tigers are on their feet.
As this should be.
Is this the pitch? Barnett delivers. Swung on and missed! And Erie, Colorado, you are title town today!
For the first time in 9 years.
And you can hear the Tiger fans in the background as they have taken the 4A crown for the 12th time in their history. And what a magical, magical weekend. Mr. Carpenter out on the field with a banner, the team hugging in jubilation. Jaden Chambers out there on her crutches. That was a horrible moment earlier in this season when she broke her ankle and was done. And the Tigers are jumping up and down as they have won in extra innings 13-9. And if you didn't see it with your own eyes, fans, would you believe it was real? And sorry, we had to readjust our camera there. Mr. Buckler on the field. See Ryan Casey as the CHSAA officials are ready to present the 4A state crown to the Erie Tigers.
To the home plate area for the presentation of this year's team trophies for the 4A Girls State Championship. Making the presentation on the behalf of the Colorado
And this is the first ever state title broadcasted on the Erie Tiger Network.
The 2019 second place team in this year's state softball class 4A championship are the Golden Demons, coached by Chad Herbert.
They're about ready to start the presentation for the state championship, and you hate to see the dejection on the face of the Golden Demons. And all in all, Tiger fans, this is special. Soak it in.
Now, your 2019
you had a feeling that game yesterday against Pueblo South, just the way Erie came out.
To the Erie Tigers, coached by Vanessa Smith.
And they are
being presented by St. Vereen District Athletic Director Chase McBride.
And there is the presentation of the award. The Tigers taking home the trophy. And a special moment here on the ETN. We were saying that yesterday, it just had that feeling. You had the feeling that it could happen just the way they came out. This team was playing with a different purpose. And tears of joy and jubilation on the field as the Erie Tigers crowding home plate. We're going to stick with it here a little while longer. What we're going to do is we're going to send it to commercial, and then we're going to try and get a couple interviews here before we end our broadcast. We'll try and interview maybe Kaylee Armstrong, Maddie Vaughn, a couple of the heroes from today, as just a phenomenal day as they're lining up, the backs to us. Blake, walk around and go on the field. And the Tigers, and our camera is going to go mobile here as we go to the field. And you know what, you just can't see much. So this is the time we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back and have some interviews and wrap this up.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Have you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School? Well, now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. There's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program, as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction of knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon at sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not.
And welcome back into the Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here, and Alyssa Barnett is joining us. And Alyssa, you had to come in here in the state championship game to close this one out. And I think back to last weekend, you came in and the first at bat you faced was a grand slam.
Yeah.
And you said, Mr. Bird, I hope you didn't have that one on camera. Well, the good news is we have today on camera. But describe to me the feeling of frustration last week, and then you roll into this game, you get your chance in the state game, and you're in a situation, bases loaded, 2 outs, maybe one of the best hitters in the state. What was going through your mind? What was the plan of attack there?
Last week I didn't do my best, and my coaches had my back no matter what. They didn't get down on me, and they believed in me all week during practice. And then I knew my family had my back in the last game to get that girl out, and Maddie Vaughn, I wanted the ball to go to her, and I trust in her, and she made the last out, and this is the outcome. So.
You're standing in the pitcher's circle with 2 outs and a 1-2 count. What are you thinking in terms of the pitch you want to throw, and did you know that you won the state championship as soon as you made that pitch?
I've had a feeling all week that we're going all the way. Every girl had it in their chest that they're going all the way, and I knew that was the last out of the game. So.
A magical moment in your senior year.
Yeah.
Does this kind of take the sting of previous years? Does it completely melt those away?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that I've gone through with softball, it's been a hard year. I didn't even know if I'd come out this year, and then we took it all the way to the state championship. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you for running back here and joining us. We won't keep it too long. We'll let you celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you.
Alyssa Barnett, she will go down as the winning pitcher here in the state championship game. We're going to bring another interview on here. Alyssa, if you want to trade headsets here with Kaylee Armstrong. As Armstrong, well, I mean, gosh, we said it on the broadcast before you hit the 2-run bomb. You had already hit a 2-run bomb. You hit a double and a single, and we said you have come through big today. In that final inning, before you hit the second 2-run bomb of the day, what was your approach at the plate there?
Honestly, just 60 feet, the whole moving my runners. I just wanted to keep the inning going.
You win the state championship here this year, but you had 8 losses as the season went on. Was there a moment in the season where you doubted you'd even be in this spot?
Yeah, there was, but I just had faith in our team always, and I just pushed myself so I could push the team.
When did you begin to believe that, you know what, we may have hit a rough patch during the regular season, but we can win the state title?
Honestly, after about those first 2 weeks of losing, I just was like, this is just a breaking point for us. We're going to come back, and we're going to come back stronger than ever.
Big players make big moments in great games, and you had 4 hits today. 2 of them were bombs, or 4 hits in this game. 2 of them were bombs. What was different about your performance in this game versus the rest of the season? Why'd you rise to such a huge occasion?
Honestly, I just wanted to do this for my team, for my school, and just prove that we deserve to be here. And that's just my mentality always when I'm at the plate nowadays, and I just wanted to do whatever I could to help win this game.
All right, well, thank you so much. We'll let you go out and rejoin your teammates in celebration as a 4A state champion.
Thank you.
So for the 12th time, the Tigers have won the state championship, this time in 4A. As you see the jubilation on the field, special thanks to Grayson Blaylock, who is a huge part of today. And Maddie, we are going to get one more interview, I think, before today's over. We'll keep Blake looking out on the field so you don't have to see my mug for more than you need to. Wow, what a game. It felt like a carbon copy of yesterday's Pueblo South game. The Tigers jumped out to an early lead. They relented and trailed. They had to come back from a lot further yesterday, but they had to come back in what seemed like a lot more dire circumstances today. Maddie Vaughn hits a 2-run bomb not once but twice to give the Tigers the lead both times. And what a wild, wild ride it has been, Tiger fans. I'm so glad you could join us for 2 days of coverage here at the state softball tournament. We will have, I think, one more interview with Maddie Vaughn, and then we will wrap this thing up, and we will send this stream into the archives, into the night. In fact, Maddie Vaughn is going to join us now, and well, Maddie, it was a wild season, and then it was a wild game. Your game was almost kind of a microcosm of the season as we take a look at the camera here. And you started off so hot this season, then you kind of hit a cold spell, and then the state tournament, the power stroke came back. And in this game, you made a few errors, but then you'd make up for it at the plate. What's going on in your head when you're making errors and then hitting bombs?
Honestly, life happens. Sometimes I'm not on my best game, and I just have to deal with it. And I was just thinking too much, honestly. But when I went up to bat, I knew whatever happened. I just needed to clear my head and just do what I can do to help the team. And it worked out in the end, but I just knew whatever happened. And I knew they had my back in the meantime, so I knew I was going to be okay.
A senior here this year. You've been a key cog for 2.5 years on this team since you came over. Obviously, no regrets in that decision as an Erie Tiger, but describe the feeling of your final game in an Erie Tiger uniform. You're going out as a state champion.
Proud. I'm very proud of how I ended it and how we all ended it, because we deserved it. We worked so hard for everything, and just the fact that we could all come together and just make that happen is amazing, and I will never forget it.
You had ups and downs all season. You had close games. You had close, wild games in this tournament. Do you think playing in that many wild games throughout the season kind of prepared you for this moment a little better than the teams that you faced?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because in this moment, if we didn't have that preparation, we probably wouldn't have been as comfortable in that moment. We were all really, really calm and level-headed throughout the entire game, and we all just wanted it so bad, and we knew how to fight. That was the most important part. We knew how to fight and stay together, and we pulled it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. 2 bombs. What a day. A state champion. And that was Madison Vaughn. That is going to pretty much end it for us here on our broadcast, unless you want to hop in here. Grayson, give some final thoughts and words in this one, maybe from a student's perspective. It's magical. Heck, I started getting choked up calling that last little bit. You heard the crowd going wild. You finally get to witness a state championship while being on the broadcast team.
It's an amazing feeling. We've had close calls. Cheer last year was amazing. I may or may not have worn the exact same thing to state softball today as I wore to state cheer last fall, but there's something, the added layer of something with the team sport without the judges, where you settle it out on the field between two teams, that adds another layer. It's my senior year. I got to call a state championship game. Couldn't be happier.
All right, well, thank you, Grayson, so much. Blake doing the camera work. We'll let him pan back out to the field as we close up this broadcast. A special thanks to Blake, who helped us out. Thank you so much for tuning in. And, of course, for Grayson Blaylock, I'm Brandon Bird. It was a fun, magical day here in Aurora. And for the last time this season, the final score, Erie wins it 13-9, and they are your 4A state championships. For Grayson Blaylock, I'm Brandon Bird. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, I'll chirp at you later.